As champion, you have to be ready to accept any challenge. Tonight's match will prove if you are ready for that. What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome to another episode of Jett Storm's My Career Mode here in WWE 2K15. This is episode number 13, and Jett Storm is making his return to the NXT arena here tonight in front of the NXT Universe to go one-on-one with Tommy Wall in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So apparently, in Jett Storm's absence, Tommy Wall seems to have stepped up as NXT's top dog. I guess all of the prior NXT guys like Neville, Sami Zayn, Bo Dallas, Corey Graves, they all must have been called up to the main roster, and Tommy Wall seems to have put the NXT Universe on his back. He seems to be the face of NXT right now, or perhaps the heel of NXT. I'm not too sure exactly to which end of the crowd he sways, whether he's a face or a heel, but it looks like he's the top dog in NXT right now, and that's exactly why he's here to challenge Jett Storm for the NXT Championship. Potentially. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. That'll be the next episode. Well, not next episode, that'll be the next match Jett Storm competes in, because I'm sure most of you have seen how my career plays out by now. And if you haven't, well, I guess, spoiler alert. But that'll be later in this episode anyway, so, yeah. If that was a secret to you, then I apologize for being a bit anticlimactic and just kind of ruining it there. But anyways, it's Tommy Wall one-on-one with Jett Storm here. And I think this is just what Jett Storm needs. I mean, he's been losing match after match over in the WWE. First he lost to Rusev, then he lost to Damian Sandow, and now he's just kind of, he just has to kind of recover himself. I think going to NXT is a good place to, I can't even speak right now. It's a good place for Jett Storm to kind of recover himself, regain his wits, his composure, and then perhaps make another run back in the WWE. But as you can see, Jett Storm's got a bit of a new attire. My original thought process was, okay, I'm going to get this new attire, and I'm going to use the logo importer, and I'm going to make it look real nice. And then I didn't. I didn't want to use the logo importer. I just never got around to it. So this is what we've got. I think it's a bit better than the older attire. The tights didn't really seem to work out, so now we've got Jett Storm in trunks. But yeah, maybe I'll get to using that logo. I'll get around to use that logo importer eventually. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't really have any interest in using the logo importer. I was never really good with Paint Tool, and I don't feel like I'm going to be any better with logo importer. I mean, 'cause then I got to do stuff in Photoshop, or else I'm just using Google Images. And then, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to go through with that. So, I don't know. Jett Storm may very well just end up... Look at this! Oh, standing cutter! Taking Tommy Wall down. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to end up doing with Jett Storm. If anyone has any logos they want me to... No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that lazy. But, yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to end up using logo importer or not. And I just rambled for a couple minutes about that, so I apologize for that. But right now, Jett Storm in firm control of Tommy Wall here. This is the Jett Storm we know and love, the Jett Storm we've seen in the past as he hits the Eye of the Storm DDT onto the floor. And I think Tommy Wall's out cold. Count to 100. This match is over. Jett Storm picks up a victory over Tommy Wall. You know, one of his Performance Center buddies. I mean, Tommy Wall, he's got the build of a future WWE champion, perhaps. Not sure exactly what his character is, but he looks like somebody Vince McMahon would push. So, you know, now that he's the face of NXT, he's got the rocket behind him, but now that he's had to go one-on-one with the NXT champion, he just couldn't cut it. And Jett Storm proves that he is, you know, he's out there representing NXT in the WWE. He's back now in NXT, and he's here to prove that he is still the top dog in NXT, and that's why he is the NXT champion. So Jett Storm gets a victory here tonight, and my nose is still, I don't know what it's doing now. It was fine for the last episode, and now it's just, I don't know what's going on. But that was an instant classic, and Tommy Wall, I thought you were a paper champion, but man, you're the real deal. Trust me, though, I'm going to take that NXT title from you. So Tommy Wall still thinks he has what it takes to defeat Jett Storm in a one-on-one match. Tonight is an NXT Championship match. I expect you to defend your title like a dignified champion. Well, Jett Storm, he hasn't lost to Tommy Wall yet. I don't think Jett Storm's gonna lose here tonight. But Tommy Wall now. This time we're gonna go with some entrances because this is an NXT matchup. We gotta pump it up like it's a big matchup here. As it's Jett Storm 1-on-1 with Tommy Wall for the NXT Championship. So we gotta have the entrances. I mean, the first time I didn't want to have entrances because it was really not much of a match, and I had already showcased Tommy Wall's entrance, so I figured, nah, we're not going to do it. But now it's an NXT Championship match, so it would be a crime not to show the entrances. But Jett Storm back in the NXT universe, back to defend the NXT Championship. I like to say back in the NXT arena to defend the title in front of the NXT universe. But now Jett Storm going one-on-one with the best here in NXT. Apparently, it's Tommy Wall. Now, I'm kind of curious who some of the newer guys are that they called up then. If Tommy Wall has now stepped into Jett Storm's place to be, you know, the face of NXT. I'm kind of curious who the new crop of Performance Center jabronis are that came in after Jett Storm's class. Because, I mean, if Corey Graves, Adrian Neville, Bo Dallas, they all got called up, which leaves Tommy Wall, El Hondero, Ray Rich, Zeus Tucker, those guys are staying back, and they're now the top dogs in NXT. It would seem, or maybe Tommy Wall is just the second best out of this class, and he has, you know, stepped up above them, and they're kind of still trying to find their way here in NXT. I don't know. Maybe I'm just jumping to conclusions here, but Jett Storm, Tommy Wall, the rematch from last week. It's not Falls Count Anywhere this time around, but it is for the NXT Championship. So we'll see if Tommy Wall has what it takes here tonight to pick up the victory over Jett Storm. But right now we're starting off some chain wrestling here. Tommy Wall seems to have improved a little bit. He's learned a bit more of the chain wrestling, but still, I think Jett Storm's going to have him outclassed in terms of technical skill. But Tommy Wall can certainly outpower Jett Storm, so that's what Tommy Wall's going to have to look to do. Going to have to utilize his power offense. Whereas Jett Storm, he's going to have to be quick, and he's going to have to use some of his more technical abilities, some high-flying skills to put away Tommy Wall here tonight. But right now he's got him in a lockup from behind, and I'm just wrenching on that arm. Jett Storm taking control in the early stages of this one. We're back into another collar and elbow tie-up. But this time it's Tommy Wall who comes out with the advantage. And now he's got Jett Storm's arm all wrenched up behind him here. And Jett Storm, he manages to slip out of it now. Reverses the pressure. And breaks out of that one. Is because in a close range game, I think Tommy Wall's going to have the advantage there. Because that's when Tommy Wall can get his hands on Jett Storm. And he can use some of his power to gain the advantage in the matchup. But Jett Storm, on the other hand, he's going to want to try to keep a distance, and a side suplex there from Tommy Wall. But Jett Storm is going to want to try to keep his distance and hit some high-flying, fast-paced offenses. Look at that drop kick. That's exactly what Jett Storm needs to do. But Jett Storm now rolls Tommy Wall over and kicked right to the chest, right to the sternum of Tommy Wall. And Jett Storm now, he's going to climb up to the top rope. This is exactly where Jett Storm thrives. But Tommy Wall cuts him off with a pass. And look at this. Arm drag off the second rope there by Tommy Wall. And Tommy Wall now appears to have gained the advantage. But just as I say that, Jett Storm counters. And a big-time knee right to the skull of Tommy Wall here. And now Jett Storm, look at this. Goes for a DDT. Tommy Wall counters and, oh, plants Jett Storm face first into the mat here. And now Jett Storm, look at this. Oh, what a scoop slam. And Jett Storm, he's setting him up here for an elbow drop there. Nice move by Jett Storm. And another elbow drop right there to Tommy Wall. And Jett Storm taunting for the NXT Universe. You know, Jett Storm, he thinks he's got this one in the bag. I mean, he knows he's got this in the bag. So he's not afraid to showboat in front of the NXT Universe to prove that he is still the best here in NXT. But Tommy Wall, this is a big time matchup for Tommy Wall. Because if he beats Jett Storm, not only is he the NXT champion, but he'll inherit the title of top superstar here in NXT. So Jett Storm right now, standing moonsault. He hits it, and that could be it. There's a cover, but a rope break. The rope break may have been the only thing that saved Tommy Wall right there. Jett Storm is in control, and I think Jett Storm could be moments away from putting this away as he hits a drop kick. Tommy Wall's in trouble right now, and Jett Storm now tosses Tommy Wall over there into the other corner, and he misses this drop kick as Tommy Wall manages to sidestep, but he gets kicked right in the back of the head with an enziguri. And Jett Storm now. What could he be going to do here? As he's going after the leg now at Tommy Wall, and that's certainly a good strategy. Target the base of Tommy Wall, take out his power, and oh, a DDT right into the mat. That could do it. Jett Storm, if he can just go for the cover, he may have him here. But Jett Storm, I think he's looking to maybe finish him off. Goes for another DDT, but this time Tommy Wall counters. He takes Jett Storm down. But Jett Storm back to his feet now. Tommy Wall, he's got to do whatever he can to get the advantage in this matchup. Oh, an atomic drop there from Jett Storm. And he's going to turn that into a head scissors. Taking Tommy Wall down to the mat, face first. But Jett Storm, he's looking to finish it off now. He's going to set Tommy Wall up here for the Eye of the Storm. He hits the DDT, and I think Jett Storm is going to retain his NXT Championship here tonight. In front of the NXT Universe. 1, 2, 3. That's it. This matchup is over, and Jett Storm walks out the winner. He's victorious, and he's still the NXT champion. So Tommy Wall, his skills may have improved since he last fought Jett Storm, but in the end, Jett Storm is still the better man, and he's still the top dog here in NXT, and he's still the NXT champion. So Jett Storm will continue to represent the NXT universe in the WWE, as he's got a huge task ahead of him now. As you know, this victory, it's boosted his morale back up. So Jett Storm, can he finally win a WWE match? Well, we'll find out in the next episode. Jett Storm will make his return to the WWE after this little stint in NXT. He's boosted his morale, and he's got his confidence back. So we'll see if he can keep this up. Jett Storm, congratulations on defending the title. But remember, this is your life from now on. When I ask you to defend the title, you defend it, and you'll do it with a smile. So Jett Storm, you know, that's what happens now. Jett Storm, he's the champion, so he's gotta handle the responsibilities of being the champion. Even if he's in WWE, he's still gotta defend the NXT title. He's gotta represent NXT, as long as he holds that title along his shoulder, around his waist, whatever the case may be. Jett Storm, he's the man. He's the top dog in NXT, and he has to prove it to the WWE Universe. But now, we're going to go ahead and pick up the diving pin combo skill, because, you know, that's pretty useful. The pin combo, diving pin combo, I think are the two best. The two you should go for right off the bat. And nothing really else we can get in terms of VC, in terms of skills. So that's it for this episode. I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for the next one. And until next time, keep on YouTubing.